if I told you that right now, right beneath your feet, Newcastle upon Tyne is quietly transforming street by street, brick by brick. Welcome back to your fortnightly Newcastle construction and restoration update, where we visit all the usual spots, uncover what's changed and track the progress shaping the future of the city. 50 episodes in Newcastle's story keeps unfolding, brick by brick, street by street. So let's dive right in. So starting this week, as usual, up at Castle Leazes, where the new Students' Village is being built for Newcastle University. Let's start with one of the most impressive developments, those core lift shafts. 5 of the main core lift shafts are now fully complete, and the 6th is not far behind at all. Watching these structures come together piece by piece really shows just how fast this project is moving. Each shaft is a major milestone, and hitting number 5 already a huge achievement. But what's really changed the look of the site is the sheer amount of steelwork that's gone up since the last update. It's honestly incredible. The skeleton of the building is now becoming clearly visible, and you can start to imagine the scale of what this will become. And before we continue, this is actually a big milestone. This is the 50th episode of these construction updates. So let's take a quick moment to look back on just how far things have come. Rewind to February 2025 and the site looked completely different. Demolition of the previous students' accommodation was well underway, clearing the space to make room for what will become the brand new Students' Village. Fast forward to October 2025 and that phase was complete. The demolition had finished and the entire site had been cleared and prepared, ready for construction to begin. And now, here we are today, with structures rising out of the ground at an incredible pace. It really puts into perspective just how much progress has been made in such a short time. Looking elsewhere across the site, it's like a hive of activity. Everywhere you look, something is happening. Foundation drilling is still ongoing, with crews continuing to prepare the ground for future structures, and there's no shortage of materials. Steel is stacked and ready, just waiting to be lifted into position. And here's something new. Another core lift shaft is now starting to take shape. This is number 7. It's exciting to see the next phase already underway, while so much is still being completed around it. This overlapping progress is what's really driving the speed of this build. Meanwhile, foundation work continues across other parts of the site. It might not be as visually dramatic as the steel going up, but it's just as critical to keep everything moving forward. So to sum it all up, 5 core lift shafts complete, a 6th nearly there, a 7th underway, massive steel progress and non-stop activity across the entire site. This project is moving fast and it's only getting bigger. Now heading back down to Leazes Park Road to check in on the Vita students development. And trust me, there has been some important changes you might have missed since the last update just 2 weeks ago. Starting off at the front of the site as usual, and honestly, not much has changed here since the last update. Everything looks pretty much the same as it did 2 weeks ago. So instead of lingering, let's head round the back where things are a bit more interesting. Now, at the rear of the site, we get a better sense of the ongoing work. The entire back elevation is still fully wrapped in scaffolding, so progress is a bit hidden, but there are still clues. Taking a closer look, those pallets of ducting we saw the last time are still there. They're stacked and waiting to be installed, which suggests internal systems are gearing up for the next phase. And that wall we've been tracking over the past few updates, well, the left-hand side is now fully complete. The right side and the front section still need finishing, but you can clearly see the structure is coming together. Now, before we move on, with this being the 50th episode, let's take a quick look back at just how far things have come along on the construction. Cast your mind back to October 2024, the site looked completely different. The original bark and stone house buildings were being demolished, and it was really just the beginning of the transformation. Fast forward to February 2025 and we start to see real vertical progress. The core lift shafts were rising, giving us the first glimpse of the building scale. Then by October 2025, the difference was incredible. The structure had grown massively, floors were stacking up, and the overall shape of the development was clearly visible. Now moving back towards what will eventually be the main entrance, and this is where things get more exciting. All the glass and external panels at the front have now been installed. That's a big visual milestone and really starts to give us a feel for the finished look of the building. Over at the old Georgian house on site, there's also a small but notable update. A new drain pipe has appeared. It's not fully complete yet, but it's another sign of finishing works beginning to creep in. Peeking through the doorway, you can spot plasterboard walls already fitted inside, along with more pallets of prefabricated ducting, this time complete with grills ready to go in. And one more practical change, the site entrance has now moved to this new location, which likely reflects shifting work zones as construction progresses. Finally, stepping out on the Leazes Park Road itself, the building is still largely hidden behind scaffolding. But if you look closely towards the top, there's still quite a bit of brickwork left to complete, so while progress is steady, we're not quite at the finishing line just yet. So overall, while some areas look unchanged at first glance, there's definitely steady progress happening, especially in the structural elements, internal prep and the front facade taking shape. Now heading back down to Pottery Lane to check in on the progress of the new apartment blocks being built by Olympian Homes, and there are some big changes you won't want to miss. Let's start at the rear of the building. Now at first glance it doesn't look like much has been done, so let's take a look closer. All the panels beneath the windows have now been fully installed, which is a big step forward. Even better, the scaffolding on this side has been completely removed right down to ground level. That's always a strong sign that exterior work in this section is nearing completion. Moving down onto Pottery Lane itself, towards the arena end, there's some encouraging progress happening on the road. The trenches that were previously dug for utilities are now almost fully filled in, and fresh tarmac is being laid. This suggests the road could be reopening very soon, which will be a big relief for local traffic and access. So now, let's take a look back and see how far this development has come over the past couple of years. Starting in October 2024, the site was still in its early stages. There was lots of groundwork underway, with excavation and preparation dominating the scene. Around this time we also saw the very first core lift shafts beginning to take shape, making the transition from groundwork to vertical construction. Fast forward to February 2025 and the pace of progress really picked up. The structure was rising rapidly, with multiple floors being added and the building edging closer to the height of those core lift shafts. This was the phase where the development truly started to make its presence felt. Then by October 2025, the transformation was clear. The main structure had been completed and the entire building was wrapped in scaffolding as work shifted towards exterior finishing and internal fit-out. It's impressive to see just how quickly things moved from foundations to a fully formed structure. Looking along the side of the building, the prefabricated wall that was built just a few weeks ago, you can now see it being covered with brickwork. This is where the development really starts to take on its finished appearance. That said, there's still plenty of building materials spread across the front, clearly showing the internal fitting out work is well underway. As we look up, you'll notice even more scaffolding has been removed in this section, opening up a clearer view of the building structure. Down below, there are two skips filled with scrap metal and wood, ready to be taken away. This kind of clean-up usually means one phase is wrapping up before the next begins. On the lower levels, new metal framework has been installed above the doorways. These smaller details might not stand out at first, but they're essential for the finishing stages and give us a clue about how close things are getting. Finally, at the far end of the street, where the electrical feed has been installed, work is still ongoing. The trench hasn't been filled in just yet, so this part of the project still has a bit to go before it's complete. Overall, there's been solid progress across multiple areas, from structural completion to roadworks and utilities. It's clear this development is steadily moving towards its final stages. From bare concrete shells to fully taking shape, this transformation is happening fast. Today, we're back down at Collier Square looking at the Pilgrim Place development, and a lot more progress has been done than you might expect. Looking along the full length of the structure, it's clear that work is pushing ahead at a serious pace. The scale of this development is really starting to hit home now, with multiple areas progressing simultaneously. Looking inside, we can see a major shift from the previous updates, where once we saw exposed stud walls, plasterboard has now been installed, giving us the first real glimpse of the interior spaces taking form. And take a look at this, pallets of insulation stacked up, showing just how thick and robust these layers are going to be. On the exterior, temporary lifts have now been fitted, making it much easier for the crews to move materials and work efficiently up the sides of the building. Let's take a quick look back at just how far this project has come. Back in October 2024, this was still very much a groundwork phase. The site was dominated by excavation, heavy machinery and preparation work, laying the foundations for everything we're seeing today. Fast forward to February 2025 and we start to see the first real vertical progress. The core lift shafts begin to rise, making a huge milestone as the buildings quite literally start coming out of the ground. And then, in October 2025, the progress is nothing short of staggering. Multiple floors have taken shape, structures are clearly defined, and the scale of the development is fully visible. It really puts into perspective just how quickly things have moved on this site. Down at ground level, the first sections of brickwork are beginning to rise, add more definition to the structure. Across both blocks, there's been a big push on the internal systems. More ducting is now in place and the sprinkler systems are being installed, bringing these buildings closer to being fully operational. Moving around to the Warstick Street side, we can see a significant amount of window frames and glass now installed. This side is really starting to look like a finished building. And down below, a deep trench has been dug for drainage, with massive prefabricated concrete pipes ready to be installed. Heading around to the back, the story continues. More window installations and steady progress across the board. What I am calling Building 2 is especially interesting. The external panels are now almost complete, giving us a clear idea of what the finished building will look like. It's incredible to think that not long ago, this was just a construction site in the early stages. Now we're seeing a real structure, real detail and real momentum. This is where vision starts becoming reality. Now moving on to the new His Majesty's Revenue and Customs Building, and a quick update to see what progress has been made. Before we dive into today's update, let's take a quick look back. Rewind to April 2022 and the scene looked completely different. You could still see what remained of the old stack standing, and in the background the demolition of the old Odeon cinema was underway. It was a site in transition, full of dust, machinery, anticipation just before construction of the new HMRC building officially began. Seeing how far things have come since then really puts today's progress into perspective. Work is very much underway as crews focus on fitting out the interior. From the John Dobson Street, where most of the visible activity is happening, you can actually get a glimpse through the windows. Inside, there's ducting laid out across the floors, clearly waiting to be installed. This is all part of the building's ventilation and infrastructure systems, which are crucial before anything else can be finalised. So just round the corner, there's another interesting detail. The retail unit that is still sitting empty. This space is expected to become Metro Bank once it officially opens. For now though, it remains unoccupied and a bit of contrast to the busy construction activity nearby. So I've stopped by the new North East Space Skills and Technology Centre at Ellison Place, which has been built for Northumberland University, for a quick update. The exterior of the building is now largely complete. From the outside everything looks finished and tidy, with no obvious signs of ongoing work. While the outside work may look done, all the action is happening inside. Internal work is still ongoing, which means the real transformation is behind those walls. Now, if we take a step back in time and look how far this project has come, the progress is actually pretty impressive. Back in October 2024, the site was still in its early stages, with most of the work focused on foundations, lots of groundwork, excavation and preparation. Fast forward to February 2025 and you could really start to see things taking shape, with the first core lift shafts rising up from the ground. That's when it started to feel like a real building. Then by October 2025, things had moved on massively. The majority of the steel framework was in place and you could see the glass panels and cladding starting to go in, giving the building its final look. And now, here we are, almost complete on the outside. So in short, exterior pretty much complete, visible progress outside, not much to see. Inside is where the real work is happening right now. This is definitely one of those don't judge a book by its cover situations. Now, taking a fresh look at Northumberland Street pavement improvement works, and honestly, it's not looking promising. As you can see, several areas are still completely blocked off. Pedestrian access is limited in places, and the disruption is definitely still being felt. In some sections, crews are still removing old pavement stones, which raises a big question: how much work is actually left? To be fair, it's not all behind schedule. Further down the street, things are looking a bit more promising. There are clearly sections that are already completed, and you can start to see the final look taking shape. But even here, there are still gaps, areas that need finishing. And it's clear the job isn't quite there yet. One positive sign of progress: the installation of the Pilgrim pools. This one here is almost complete, now fitted with its covers. It's a small detail, but it shows that some of the parts of the project are nearing the finishing line. So here's the big question: with all this still to do, can this really be finished on time for the end of April? From what I can see right now, it's going to be tight, very tight. And that brings us to the end of this update. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a comment with your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think about the projects we've covered today. And don't forget to give the video a massive thumbs up, because it really helps the channel grow. If you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to 55 Degrees North and hit that bell notification for when I release more videos. A massive thank you for watching. I will see you next time, right here on 55 Degrees North.